Yeah, good job, Tremillion. You made this gym super easy. Oh, Tremillion, you're evolving. Oh. Ah, dang. Yeah, hell yeah, I got wings now. Yeah, thank Arceus this wasn't 20 years ago. Wait, what happened 20 years ago? Are you telling me I went through all of that pain just to not be able to use my wings? What even was the point of that? What is going on, guys? This is Dobbs here, bringing you another Pokemon video. And in this video, I'm gonna go over 50 hilarious fails in Pokemon. So yeah, with that said, let's do this. Alright, let's start with this bird keeper. The fact that this bird keeper is stuck on this island in Kanto forever. And I mean forever, because he doesn't have any Pokemon that can surf or fly away, which he even states so himself. So yeah, giant fail. Another fail is the fact that Cyrus went out of his way to obtain the red chain to control Dialga and Palkia, when every single one of his Pokemon was caught in a Master Ball. Like, why not just use another Master Ball instead of doing a convoluted villainous plan? That makes no sense. Honestly, just him using a Master Ball on a Zubat is a fail in itself. In the ending cutscene of Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can actually see a mouse cursor moving around on the screen. You see it? It's right there. I don't know what's a bigger fail, this or the fact that they're screen recording a cutscene. Judge? I declare it 2 fails. Oh! Dewford as a city is a fail because the entire town and gym is skippable. And you won't even notice till you reach the Pokemon League when they're like, oh yeah, you gotta go to that town. And on top of that, it's one of the only towns in Pokemon that can soft lock you, making it a double fail. All of these Pokemon you see right here are a fail. And do you know why? It's because these are their shiny colors. I bet you didn't even notice, especially that Persian right there. The captain of the SSN is a giant failure because how are you going to be the captain of one of the only ships in the Pokemon world and get seasick? And then need a random 10-year-old to rub your belly, which is weird in itself. It makes no sense. Zapdos from Twitch Plays Pokemon is a fail because it is responsible for an event called the Bloody Sunday, where the Twitch chat tried withdrawing the Zapdos from the PC, but instead released a ton of vital Pokemon, including the precious Digrat. The fact that Team Aqua and Team Magma both stole the wrong orbs. Like, how is that possible? They each had color-coordinated clothing that matched their respective legendaries, but somehow they mixed up the wrong orbs. Like, dude, the blue orb goes to Kyogre and the red orb goes to Groudon. These guys are just dummies. Except for Courtney, she's dummy thick. This NPC right here from the cute contest is an epic fail because they brought a Pokemon called Pedos. And to add insult to injury, Pedos means farts in Spanish. Like, I know you're trying to be cute with your Sharpedo by giving it a nickname, but really? Like, that's worse than Wobbuffet from Pokemon Stadium. Yes, that exists. Ash's Torterra is a complete failure because once Grotle evolved, it never won a battle again. Well, besides Team Rocket, but you know, it's Team Rocket. Which is pretty sad because as a Turtwig, it helped Ash win 3 badges, and it was pretty good. Pokemon VGC 2018 was a giant fail because they had to ban Caterpie. Yes, a Caterpie. And the reason why they had to ban it was apparently because it had a game-breaking string shot that would freeze the entire game, which is honestly pretty hilarious. And I covered this in a video right here. Speaking of bugs, Scyther and Pinsir are failures too because in the bug catching contest, they could actually lose a Caterpie or a Weedle. And all it requires is one of them being a shiny. Imagine losing to this. Lance from the Elite Four is a failure because its entirety could be bodied by the first Elite Four member, Lorelei. I wonder why she just doesn't defeat him and become champion herself. Imagine being a cheater and a phony.
Hey, this guy's a great big phony!
Mew is a failure because it's ordered in the Pokedex after his clone, Mewtwo. Like, the Pokemon is literally called Mewtwo. How could it have priority over the original? This is a Pokedex fail as well. Pokemon Trainer's Choice is a giant fail because not only did it replace one of the best things about Pokemon, who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
But it had consistent mistakes in their answers. Like, let's just review a couple of them.
Trainers, which one of these Pokemon is the best choice to battle Camerupt?
None of them. They're all weak to Camerupt.
Trainers, which one of these Pokemon is the best choice to battle Kirlia? Okay, trainers, if you chose Combuskin, you were right.
No, they wouldn't be right. Combuskin is weak to Psychic. It would be the worst Pokemon to pick out of the 3. At least Graveler and Togetic have a neutral chance.
Trainers, which one of these Pokemon is the best choice to battle Forretress? Okay, trainers, if you chose Seviper, you were right.
Wait, why would it be Seviper? Fortress is immune to poison, so Viper is main typing. Also, they misspelled Fortress. There are 2 R's in the beginning.
Trainers, which one of these Pokemon is the best choice to battle Seedot? Okay, trainers, if you chose Surskit, you were right.
Wait, stupid Surskit is the best pick? Wouldn't it be Delibird since both his typings are super effective against Seedot, a grass-type Pokemon?
Trainers, which which one of these Pokemon is the best choice to battle Ariados? Okay, trainers, if you chose Onix, you were right.
Dude, Onix's name is misspelled, and it's not even the best choice to pick against Ariados. It would definitely be Blaziken because it's a fire type, and Ariados is a bug type? Hello? Okay, last one.
Which one of these Pokemon is the best choice to battle Metatype? Okay, trainers, if you chose Combuskin, you were right.
Okay, first of all, Combuskin is still weak to the Psychic type and also be the worst Pokemon to pick out of the three. And then second of all, Beautifly has the wrong name. It says Nuzleaf. And on top of that, it would be the best choice. So I guess Nuzleaf? Oh, apparently in episode 81, Celio is a Nuzleaf too. Okay, I've had enough of this. The fact that Faba's apparently the last line of defense for the Aether Foundation, when this dude literally has only one Pokemon with one attacking move. Like, really? Do you think your pathetic Hypno can stop an infiltration with only Psychic? Not very wise for a scientist. The marketing for Pokemon Masters EX was a giant failure because on Twitter, they created a hashtag called Pokemon Masters EX. But when you type it all in lowercase together like that, it looks like something completely different. You see it? Yeah, that happened. The ability Wonder Guard was a fail because for 2 generations, the move Fire Fang could pass right through it for absolutely no reason. Shedinja is lucky it's weak to fire because this would have been an embarrassment. Your parents in Ruby and Sapphire are a fail because they literally let their child ride in the back of a moving truck. Not only with loose boxes, but with Pokemon in the wild that literally hate trucks for no reason. And here are just a few Pokedex entries proving it. Hariyama stomps on the ground to build power. It can send a 10-ton truck flying with a straight arm punch. Aeron has a body of steel. With one all-out charge, this Pokemon can demolish even a heavy dump truck. The destroyed dump truck then becomes a handy meal for the Pokemon. Darmanitan's Eternal Fire burns at 2500 degrees Fahrenheit, making enough power that it can destroy a dump truck with one punch. Even Butterfree can blow away a 10-ton truck with its Gigantamax Tornado. All I'm trying to say is that it's not safe for truck drivers in the Pokemon world, especially with little kids in them. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorer of Sky was a fail because it was illegal to evolve Pokemon with exactly 10 letters in their name, since for some reason it would cause the game to crash and softlock. So rest in peace to Charmeleon, which I now have to name Charmelon to evolve, which honestly isn't that bad. This guy who was risking it all with the Flip It or Rip It game did a giant fail because he landed on Rip It, so he decided to crease this pack that had a fat gay Pikachu in it. His words, not mine. Just watch.
Oh no! Oh, they're all f***ing bit in half.
No! It actually, oh my god, it actually happened! I picked fat gay Pikachu! Man, I feel that pain because I opened up like 3 booster boxes trying to find this card and that hurts. The very first Pokemon that appears in Red and Blue when starting a new game is a fail because it literally has the wrong cry. Instead of a Nidorino cry, it has a Nidorina cry. Just listen. Come on, random Game Freak dev, you had one job. Ash Ketchum is a fail because by episode 65, Gary Oak is technically better than Ash will ever be because Gary reveals that he has caught over 200 Pokemon. And to contrast, in the 25 years that Ash was in the anime, he had only caught 98 Pokemon. Like dang, that's some next level failure. The legendary bird trio are giant failures because originally they were unable to learn the move Gust. Yes, Gust, the most simple flying type move that even a level 1 Pidgey can learn. And they have the audacity to call themselves the legendary birds. It should be Pidgey with Gust and Sand Attack. Blue is the biggest failure when it comes to champions in Pokemon because he literally lost his title in less than 5 minutes after achieving it. That has to be some kind of world record or something. The moves Baneful Bunker, Bestow, Bide, Counter, Destiny Bond, Detect, Endure, Fake Out, First Impression, King Shield, Magic Coat, Max Guard, Mirror Coat, Obstruct, Poltergeist, Protect, Quick Guard, Silk Trap, Spiky Shield, Sucker Punch, and Wide Guard are all fails. And do you know why? Because they can all literally fail in battle. Gotcha. The fact that you didn't notice the 3 Master Balls I put in this video. The new plush for Wiglett is a fail because just look at it. Does it remind you of anything? Jasmine? Jasmine, what are you sitting on right now? The fact that this Team Rocket disguise was able to trick Misty and her Psyduck. Like, they're just wearing glasses and nicer clothing. I understand how it tricked Psyduck, but Misty? Come on. Speaking of Team Rocket, this grunt in the Team Rocket hideout is a giant fail because he will quote-unquote drop the lift key that is required to reach Giovanni. Even if he left the hideout and went home and watched a movie and had a good night's sleep and then came back the next day, the lift key will still be there. So this guy is definitely a double agent. The Unova Pokemon League is a fail because, unbeknownst to them, the Team Plasma's castle is hidden right under them. How could you be that oblivious and call yourself the greatest trainers in the region? Unless they're part of Team Plasma themselves. The fact that Nidoking and Nidoqueen can't breed. Yeah, look it up. Nidorina and Nidoqueen are in the undiscovered egg group for some reason. So my boy Nidoking over here is out of luck. The Shiny Hunter Supreme Arcanine had a giant fail when encountering a Shiny Giratina. Just watch.
Shiny Giratina. This is the quickest hunt that I've ever had. My quickest hunt. It's insane. I cannot believe I have a Shiny Giratina. What the f?
Yeah, so his game crashed, so he lost to Shiny Giratina. Unbeknownst to him. Unbeknownst. I freaking love that word. This Team Galactic member is a fail because he doesn't even own any Pokemon. And he calls himself the gruntiest of the grunts. So I guess when you're an Ultra Grunt, you don't even own any Pokemon to battle with. What a fail. The fact that the move Struggle can be used in Pokemon contests, and for some reason the judges find the move cool and praise the Pokemon for struggling. So it's safe to say that these people are sadistic and want to see the world burn. Kinda like this. Pokemon Dash as a game is a fail because it is widely regarded as the worst Pokemon game of all time. It even has the lowest score for a Pokemon game on Metacritic with a score of 46. And to put that in perspective, the game E.T. the Extraterrestrial for the Game Boy Advance has the same score. This game right here, just look at it. This game was as good as Pokemon Dash. The boyfriend in this relationship is a giant failure because their dialogue will read, "I'm gonna show my girlfriend I'm hot stuff. I was humiliated in front of my girlfriend." And then the girlfriend will say, "My boyfriend is weak, so I can't rely on him. I can count on my Pokemon more than my boyfriend." So man, this guy needs to step up his game. Remember how I said the legendary bird trio were a fail? Well, Moltres is a double fail. Ref? Oh yeah, Moltres is toast double fail. And the reason why is because Articuno and Zapdos have their own locations, while Moltres is pretty much homeless, since it resides in Victory Road. So how can you call yourself a legendary when you don't even have your own base? This rubber chicken, I'm telling you. The fact that Leon couldn't capture Eternatus was a fail. A legendary Pokemon who has a guaranteed capture when throwing a Pokeball at it, and has the same catch rate as a Magikarp. Epic fail. The Pokemon Company had the biggest fail when uploading this video to TikTok, because unbeknownst to them, it's that word again, this video has several F-bombs in it. Just listen. Basically, he just says the F-bomb a lot. I can't play it because this video got age restricted. But yeah, there you go. Boo YouTube. Rayquaza in Super Smash Bros. Brawl is a fail because for some reason, it seems to live underwater and attacks by using the move Dig. Okay, first of all, Rayquaza's whole thing about it being Rayquaza is that it's known to never touch the ground. And second of all, it's literally the guardian of the sky. Why would its signature move be Dig? Bill, as a scientist, is a failure because he puts his entire faith into a random 10-year-old who breaks into his house. Like, why would he trust some random kid to transform him back into a human? These Pokemon scientists are pretty dumb. The move Trick Room is a fail because it doesn't work on some Pokemon, specifically fast Pokemon, because if they have a speed stat greater than 1809, Trick Room won't affect it. So basically, Regieleki is fast as Ferret Boy for Trick Room. This roadblock of Pokemon Black and White 2 is a fail because Game Freak failed to find a good reason to stop the player from progressing in the game. The NPCs literally say that they're dancing for no reason and will eventually disappear for no reason. Okay, Game Freak. Flint as a Fire-type specialist is a failure because he only owns 2 Fire-type Pokemon. How can you call yourself Flint and a Fire-type specialist when you have a Steelix on your team? I just covered this in a recent video, but I gotta say it again. Aeronzake's Rotom Wash in the 2013 Pokemon World Championships is a failure because this Pokemon literally missed Will-O-Wisp 5 turns in a row. Just watch.
And the first attack of the game is a miss as Stonehenge misses, but Rotom's Will-O-Wisp also missing. Landorus is going to go for that Protect, doesn't want to get burnt by Rotom. And it does. Oh, and the Avoid comes out.
The trainers give their Pokemon a pep talk this game to help them aim a little bit better because they were losing turns mostly to accuracy last game. And
Protect once again. And the Will-O-Wisp out from Rotom also are going to be avoided. But it is going to try for another Will-O-Wisp. Will it hit? No, of course not.
And because of this epic fail, Game Freak buffed the accuracy of Will-O-Wisp in the next generation. Now that is some legitimate, pristine, epic failage there. Population 1. The fact that Wizard of the Coast printed a Growlithe with a magic backing, but I guess it was a failure in disguise because this card recently auctioned for $25,000, since it's one of the only cards to have this major error. The fact that the Lone Star Pokemon were leaked 4 whole months before the game was released. But funny enough, no one really believed that these were the real starter Pokemon, so the fans failed too. Speaking of Lola, the fact that this kid in the Lowell region doesn't know math, because they state that 1 + 1 is 2, but it can also be 3 or 4. No it can't. How did a youngster even make it to the champion title defense when they're this dumb? This iconic question on Yahoo Answers is a fail. It reads, I started the game on my GBA when I picked my first Pokemon. I chose Mudkip. But when I had to help the professor and find out the Zigzagoon, my Mudkip was purple, not blue. I restarted the game and got a blue one, but I'm wondering if this happened to anyone else. So yeah, he just threw away a shiny Pokemon. And finally, for the biggest fail in Pokemon, it is, of course, the self-proclaimed fishing god in the Pokemon anime. Because somehow he managed to fail capturing a Wish Cache after throwing a Master Ball at it. The only Master Ball that we ever see in the anime ever, by the way. And the Wish Cache eats it. This has to be the biggest fail in Pokemon ever. Okay, that's it. Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you feel like laughing, you should check out my parody video here, because unbeknownst to you, it's going to be hilarious. And click that subscribe button and ring the bell.